Hello everybody, this is Deanna with Food Bank Beautiful and it is July 24th. It is a Wednesday and it is about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Now I have an appointment at 4:50 to go to my regular food bank, and I know that when I get home I am going to want to film that haul and I am not going to feel like cooking. So I'm going to make a pretty good sized big meal now, and we're all going to eat early and then tonight we can just snack. So this is what I'm going to make. Yesterday I got some seasoned fish patties and I don't know what those are going to taste like, but I'm going to fry up a couple and we're going to see. While I'm frying, I'm also going to make fried potatoes. So these are 2 pints of potatoes that I canned in May. And you will remember that I got that box of white potatoes at the well. So this is, for sake of argument, a food bank item, even though we do pay a donation every time we go. I also have some frozen onions. And this is it's either I believe this was a well item as well. The fish was from the food bank, and I have some chopped up peppers somewhere, but honestly I'm too lazy to go and dig for them. So for today I'm just going to do potatoes and onions and this fried fish, and we're going to see if I can't get a meal served up. I do have a bag of corn in my freezer. I can make that, and if I'm really ambitious I can throw together a green salad. Honestly, I need to do that anyway because I have a really ugly head of lettuce. So, we'll see. I'm going to start with the potatoes though because they take the longest and I want those to be nice and crispy. You guys have seen me do it 100 times. I'm not going to do it for you here on camera, but we will sample the finished product. Okay? All right, I'll be back. All right, I am going to go ahead and put together a green salad for us that should last us a day or two. So on this table, let me see what was mine and what is food bank. Okay, so I don't know. This head of lettuce is looking very, very pitiful. But I'm going to cut all that off and see what I have left. And if I have enough left, I'm going to make a green salad. So let me do that first, because without a head of lettuce, this is a moot point. This is gross, you guys. All right, I took that head of lettuce and I took it down to a level that I thought was pretty pristine. You can see that looks okay. And then on the other half, I got a chunk about this big. So I took my knife over to the sink, washed and dried it again because I don't want any icky residue from that lettuce. And a lot of the lettuce I threw in the garbage because I don't want my chickens to eat that either if it's nasty beyond a certain point. Now, some of the lettuce that was just a little bit rusty, that was further in from the outside, the chickens are going to get. And I'm putting that right now into my chicken bowl. I'm still missing 2 chickens. Wherever they have gone, they have not come home. Yeah, that does not sit well with me. One of those chickens is Chicklet, and the other one is Nefertiti. 2 of my favorite chickens. I'm hoping they'll come home by nighttime. Yeah. Son of a biscuit, people. Son of a biscuit. I lose those 2 chickens, I'm going to be very unhappy. That is in the back of my mind today. But we are not going to dwell on it. We are going to make a green salad. Behind me, my potatoes are frying. I like those nice and crispy. And then when they come out, I'm going to fry the chicken. Now, before I commit to making a green salad, I want to make sure that the green salad that I rescued, the green lettuce, still tastes good. So we're just going to take a little nibble. you would never know that its outsides were ugly. So I'm going to chop that up. And I've kind of already started. But let's go ahead and we'll just do that together. Here it is. So I'm going to... Okay, and that will make a nice salad. So we'll start with that. And then I'm going to throw some tomatoes in here just to make sure that I have some for the salad. But I don't cut those up until I serve the salad because I don't want that tomato running all over my salad. Plus, I want to make a pesto dish. I probably need to make it tomorrow, and I need to use those tomatoes. Here is one of the remaining cucumbers, and it's a little bit rough at the edges, but we are going to take care of that. First thing we're going to do is cut those edges off. Then we will cut this. Whoops. I'm working away and you guys are just looking at half my face. You can start calling me Deanna Half Face. If you're a reader, who wrote that book? Hold on a second. McKinley Cantor wrote a book called Spirit Lake, and there was a Native American character in there named Half Face. My grandmother, not this one, my Midwestern one, gave me that book to read when I was about 12. And it really started me on a journey of reading as much history as I could. I just loved it. So let me rinse this cucumber and we're going to add it to the salad. Spirit Lake, by the way, it's a work of fiction, but it's based on a true event. It's based in Iowa around Lake Okoboji, somewhere in the mid to, I don't know, I think it would be about the mid 1800s. A band of Sioux Indians attacked a white settlement, and it's just the story of the Native American characters and everything that they went through, and then the story of what happened to these settlers. Now that is a real place, Lake Okoboji, but I think my parents went on their honeymoon to Lake Okoboji, and that was in 1960, so it's been around for quite a while. Amusement park, as far as I know, still stands. When I lived in Iowa, I took my girls there about once a year. And they have a memorial cabin and history and all of that. It's on the lake, it's gorgeous, and then they have a big amusement park. So, if you don't have anything to read, go to your library and check out McKinley Cantor's Spirit Lake. You never know what you're going to learn by watching this show. Girl loves her history. All right, I have washed that cucumber. Here it is. And we're going to go ahead and cut it pretty fine. Well, not fine, I guess. Reasonable sized chunks. There we go. Get some cucumber in that salad. That'll taste good. The cheese I will add to the salads as I make them. And then I did find a last little bit of my lettuce, but I'm thinking that, well, I might be able to save some of it. Let me take it to the sink and take a look. Okay, by the time I took out all the rusty, icky pieces of that lettuce, there just wasn't enough to save. So unfortunately, about 2 cups of my homegrown lettuce went to waste. Now, that was not so bad that I can't feed it to my chickens. So I'm gathering all of that up right now, and I'll throw it in my chicken bowl. You know, I hate to waste. Okay. So green salad is made as good as I'm going to do prior to serving it. So we got that out of the way. My potatoes are frying, and I think I'm going to get ready to fry that fish now. Let's see how it goes. I want to show you something though. Stay right there. Okay, let me show you these fish patties. Now, I just put a load of dishes in the dishwasher. My hands are perfectly clean, but I'm gonna hold up one of these patties and show it to you. The breading appears to have some seeds in it. Definitely sunflower seeds. I don't know, maybe some sesame seeds. So here you go. Can you guys see that? Okay. So I don't know what kind of fish patties these are. Never seen them before, never had anything like it before. But you know what? Sometimes using the food bank requires you to be brave. Okay? So I don't know how these are going to taste. I know I'm going to fry them up. I know that almost anything fried is, you know, edible. I don't want to feed my family something that's edible. I want to feed them stuff that at least they like enough for one meal. So we're going to fry up these fish patties. And if they're good, great, we're going to eat them. If they're, you know, edible, everybody can pick and choose whether they want to eat them or not. I don't force anybody to eat anything that they don't like. But if that's the case, I have some fish sticks from the well. I will pop those into the air fryer and we'll just have fish sticks instead. And that will be perfectly fine. So again, the bottom line is just do your best. You don't always have control over what your choices are. You may get something you've never cooked before. Be brave. Be brave. Be adventurous. You know what? This is where you are in your life right now. Don't let a fish patty that you've never seen before sour you on going to the food bank or making your meal. At least try it. My guess is most of you have some bread, some peanut butter and butter, or some peanut butter and jam. In the event that it is the worst, make yourself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. My guess is some of you might have an egg or two in the refrigerator. Make yourself a fried egg sandwich. Maybe you might have a can of tuna. Make yourself a tuna sandwich. You can do it. If it doesn't work, move on. All right? But give yourself a shout out for trying it. Okay? You guys are awesome. You know what to do. All right. I'm going to check my potatoes and then I'm going to start this. Okay, I'm going to take a bite of the potatoes and see if they're seasoned the way I want. Okay, I am going to add a pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper and they're going to be fine. So I'm going to turn the heat off on those. Those are done. Okay, I have a half a jar of ranch dressing and it says Lighthouse dressing on it, but really it's not. I've been taking these packets and just adding them to that container, and I find that that makes it easy for me to use this dressing. So let me pull this out and kind of get this ready to go. Oops, I'm making a mess. I could benefit from my funnel, but it's in the dishwasher. Here we go. And over here, I'll just put some on Grandma's salad. She likes dressing. There we go. I should be able to get the rest of that in there. And just like that, that's done. Okay, my potatoes are off. I'm gonna fry up this fish. Make it last, people. Use it up. Okay, Grandma's salad's ready. So let me take these fish sticks over there and fry them. I'm just waiting on the oil for a second or two. Okay, let's see how this is going to taste. Grandma has tasted hers and she says it's pretty good. So we will see. I forgot that I am going to use store-bought tartar sauce. But you could easily make your own. Little mayonnaise, little vinegar, tiny little bit of sugar, some salt and pepper, some onion and garlic seasoning, and then a little bit of pickle relish, whether you have sweet or dill, or even a little pinch of dill if you have it, and you should be good to go. So let's try this fish. And it is right here in my hand. Sorry, I'm going to eat with my hands like a barbarian. Let's see what we think. This is pretty hot though. It's delicious. Do you remember when I told you be brave? Worst thing that can happen is you've got to make yourself a peanut butter and jelly. This is really good. So I'm going to sit down and eat it. You've seen me eat the potatoes before, so we're not going to do that. But there's my fish. And then I have a green salad right here in this bowl. Addie's taking a nap, so he will eat when he gets up. I'm just going to sit down and relax for a while. All right, you guys, we did it. We made something we've never made before. I was a little bit scared. Maybe you were a little bit scared for me, but it turned out great.